really sorry for uploading a video after a good few weeks, although every single time I tell you I would make a video every week, but it's just that life has been supremely busy lately and there's so much happening right now professionally that I couldn't really take any time out to make a video. So today I decided to make a video which is very personal to me, which is about this YouTube channel which you're watching on right now. And actually today I have something to show you. Look what I got. So this is my book I wrote, my PhD thesis, 80,000 word document which I wrote from a PhD, and therefore I'm a doctor, PhD doctor, and I work in academia. So the question always arises, and why to do a YouTube channel when you already have an established life and career? Hear me out, the reason why I still chose to start this YouTube channel. Hi everybody, this is Dr. Samreen and this is my YouTube channel. And you know, oftentimes I'm asked that why I'm running this YouTube channel while I have a full-time job and I have a PhD and the rest of it. And that always make me think about my reasons of having this YouTube channel. So I thought in today's video, why don't I talk about why did I start this YouTube channel while I have a PhD and also a full-time job. Well, my academic journey, full roller coaster of emotions, ups and downs, and not every day is the same day. If you look at my single day, you would wonder why this decision and also how come I'm getting the time. And so I thought I'll share with you why I've decided to start this YouTube channel. So in my daily job, I teach. I also do research. I work in different research projects and whatnot. And amidst of all of these things, I always felt the need of doing something more. And hence this YouTube thing came up. First of all, it's really good. I meet all kinds of people from different countries, cultures, and the rest of it, and we do research as well. But oftentimes I think that if I'm writing this research paper, if I'm conducting this research, how many people really are reading my work? And Times Higher Education showed that only 10 to 20% of papers are ever read by more than 10 people outside of your network. So I said to myself, well, if I'm doing all that work and the rest of it, what is the impact of that? Actually, I thought about that myself, and also somebody at a conference, we were talking about something, and this person said to me, well, you are working too hard and you have all these things in your research papers, but how many people you're really reaching out to through your work? And that made me think there must be another way to reach out to more people, to share the research, to share the things I'm learning through the journey, to share the things I'm learning in my journey, and research might not be the only way to do that. I see that all the time. Every single time we are struggling with something, or you want to learn something new, or perhaps an inspiration, you turn to YouTube. So I thought, well, YouTube could be a really good medium to explore and utilize. My second reason of starting this YouTube channel was actually very personal. My second reason of doing this YouTube channel actually was very personal. I was an international student when I came to the UK, and although I had a PhD scholarship, before that I also had an MBA scholarship. But while I was studying here in the UK, I used to think about the things I can help other people. That meant that I need all the time in the world to see people. And of course, you all know there are only 24 hours in a day and 7 days in a week. And it's not humanly possible to meet many people to help them if they need it. So YouTube came as a source for me to share my knowledge and perhaps share the things which I have learned through my journey. I know many international students through the years who also have shared similar journey as I have. And secondly, when you are international students studying in any country abroad, you always have various things going in your head, despite the fact that you have a scholarship. You still think about the future, where future is uncertain. You still think about what you're going to do and the rest of it. And although when I was doing my PhD, I always had in mind to start a YouTube channel, but equally, since I was an international student, I also had in my mind the uncertainty of what would happen after my PhD. So to secure a job became extremely important for me, and therefore I secured a job while doing a PhD. Now that meant that having no time whatsoever to do anything else apart from your full-time job and part-time PhD. And trust me when I say that, it took all my time. So something I always have dreamt for myself and something I always had envisioned for myself only came into reality after finishing my PhD. I'm not saying that I had more time after finishing a PhD. Of course, I would still have the full-time job and the rest of it, but I had some kind of mental space where PhD was not there anymore and YouTube channel could come in. My third reason is to create value beyond academia. Academia is really good, and actually when I talk about academia, it means your education system, it means the research, it means your teachers and the rest of it. So absolutely, it's brilliant to be in academia where you can share your knowledge with the people in a broader scale. However, I always think learning and knowledge should not be limited to a certain sphere or to a certain sector. It could be made available to everybody who has the motivation and the drive to learn. And since I want to add value to as many people's life as possible, I chose this YouTube channel as a source for me to share my knowledge, not only in certain topics, for example, my subject area, which is marketing, but I also want to help people the things I have learned through my PhD journey as an international student, through my work in terms of how to be more efficient, how to be more productive. And yes, I do know when we talk about productivity, it sometimes is an overused word, but actually we need to understand how we can use our time to the best of our ability, where we can do more things in less time, yet live a happy and fulfilling life. And then why not YouTube? The fastest growing source, and the research suggests that 74% of 18 to 34 years old watch YouTube to get inspiration, to learn, and for their entertainment, and sometimes edutainment as well, where you are learning, you're also having good time. And also such a great source to get instant feedbacks. For example, the minute I post a YouTube video, I start to get comments or feedback from people who have watched that video. Sometimes very positive, which is always very motivating and encouraging for me. But of course, sometimes not so positive, where I can learn and improve. Considering I've never learned these things in my life, I had no idea about all this camera, editing, filming, production, any of that sort. I've never studied that in my entire life. I'm a self-taught person. So learning from YouTube, I've done that firsthand myself. And so here I am to do the same for you as well. Also, I wanted to do something different, because the minute you finish your PhD, generally expectations are that you would either work in academia, which is university / any education institute, or perhaps you would go in industry where you would conduct research to inform industry decisions. I want to do something different as well, because I always thought I cannot, should not, and do not want to limit myself just to one domain. And actually, it's very challenging, because if you really look at it, it's a lot of work. When you really sit down to make a YouTube video, you realize how much time, effort, and thought process goes behind that. Especially if you are somebody like me who have never had any kind of education in filmmaking or camera settings or editing or post-production and whatnot, or perhaps even writing scripts. So I have learned, actually, I'm learning all these things on the job. And I'm learning all these things as I go along. So every video I learn something, and actually I'm still learning how to properly set up my camera. So if you watch my videos on my channel, you will see that every single time I have some kind of different background in my video, because I'm still not able to finalize how can I really have a good stable background with proper lighting, with proper sound, and the rest of it. And I thought about these things for a very long time and all in my head. And one day I said, you know what, let me just try, because if I keep on thinking about these things in my head, it's not going to help me at all. Unless I won't really do it, I won't really learn. And so let me just go out, make mistakes, and try and see what happens next. And also, finally, having this YouTube channel is teaching me a lot. Although when you will hear from somebody who already has a PhD, you might wonder, well, this person has a PhD, what next now? But having this YouTube channel, perhaps any new thing you do, always teaches you so many things. For example, in my case, I'm learning how to look at my content, even myself, and my own skills. Also, how to define success for myself. Because, in the YouTube world, sometimes success is how many subscribers do you have, how many views do you get, how many likes do you have. Actually, in the whole world of social media, I'm trying to redefine that success for me, that success is not really these outside parameters and these outside indicators of my success. Perhaps success for me should be what I've learned from creating this YouTube video. How can I do it better? Also, did I enjoy making these YouTube videos? So I'm trying to redefine success for myself as well as I go along in my YouTube channel. So if this video have made you think differently, don't forget to tell me in the comment section, and also do consider subscribing, because this channel is my passion project. It's just my way of reaching out to connect with you and perhaps share something which I know. I would love for you to share something which you know as well in the comment section. Until next video, take care. Bye.